So this is a slightly different video to the ones that I usually do. So I'm quite artsy and crafty, and I figured I'd try and make custom-ish tokens using cards and foil. So this is just a starter sort of kit to show you what you need. So you just need a token card that you don't really care about too much. So I'm just using this common Crystal Beast token. You need like another bulk bit of card that you are not bothered about. So you can see I've taken this Brilliant Rose from my Pope bulk, and I've cut almost like a stencil of where I want my image to sit. So you can see that I've done it on the inside of the grey border. You want a foil of the image that you want to transfer. So for this first person, I'm going to be using Tactical Masters. I'm going to be focusing on lovely labyrinth monster here. Masking tape, because this is going to be used to fix this to the foil and take it off. You can see here I'm waving a scalpel about, but you can just use a craft knife. If you have, obviously make sure you've got a piece of cardboard underneath to protect your surface, and I've got some clear nail polish which I'm going to be using as my glue to apply my cutout foil to the card, and then just scissors, you know, because they're handy. Alright, so first things first, we're going to take some masking tape and use that to, well, if I can rip that neatly, use it to secure our template onto wherever we want. So you can kind of use it as a viewfinder, you see. So it just depends, you know, what you want to include. So I think I'm going to go here because I want to get all of Lady Lab's elbow in. So that would be nice. I guess you just kind of figure out what you want. Do you want the Yu-Gi-Oh in it? Do you not want the Yu-Gi-Oh in it? You know, I think it's actually quite nice. Maybe around here, possibly. Let's see. I'm thinking more, because I don't really want this big guy in it. No offense. Yeah, but I think we're just gonna have to deal with him being there. I want it more to be about her, so to be honest, I think that's okay, isn't it? Or should I go here? I'm so indecisive. You know what, I might go kind of just here, I think. Let's see if I go left. What about here? No, because then she's not kind of the centre of attention. I do want her to be. You know what? I think there's nothing wrong with having a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh in there. Let's cut off her elbow slightly, and I think that's a nice view. So now we know which view we want. Affix masking tape to the template. I'm going to do this corner, this edge and that edge first, because I kind of want to smooth the film out a bit, because obviously where the pack is made, it is slightly creased. Unfortunately, there's no good way really of ironing that out, I don't think. So just there on the bottom, and then you can see I'm just trying to spread this out as much as possible. So I think that's fine, and I'll affix it there. So that's the view that we're going to go for with the token, I think. And you've got Shinamine there as well, which is kind of cute. So yeah, I think I'm happy with that. That's cute. So bear in mind, if you have multiple tokens, you can just do this again and again if you want. And you can figure out which one you like the best. So now this is the slightly tricky part, so just be careful. Obviously, just go into the corner and push down, and just try and make sure you stay as close to your Brilliant Rose or whatever bulk card corner that you do, making sure you go straight into the corners. You know, ironically, I think a scalpel might actually be better for this than the craft knife. I'm not sure. And again, staying as close as you can, famous last words, to the edge of the template. You can see that's lifting up nicely. And then same again here on this edge. There you go. And then the same again here on this edge, just trying to stay as close as possible, but don't worry too much because you can always edit it later with a pair of scissors if you need to. I mean, so that's mostly out. Now just careful when poking it out of the foil, just see if there's anywhere you haven't quite gone through. I think this side hasn't quite gone through, so if you just score again, just to make sure it's gone through, which it now has. And then this side, I'm just going to go through here again. Sometimes it will go onto the border, but I think it's more important to make sure it doesn't rip. So you can see almost kind of like popping it out. You can see that bit has, I've not done that bit perfectly at the bottom, you can see, but we'll figure that out in a bit. So there we are. That's mostly it. So let's figure out the bottom bit. So yeah, it's not a perfect process, so we can discard that now. We don't need that anymore. So now you can see that if we were to paste this nicely, it should fit kind of in this template here. So yeah, you can see now I've lined it up that this bottom bit is actually superfluous. So we shouldn't need this bit here. So I think if we just use a pair of scissors to just shave that off, I think it should be fine. Let's see. Try not to mess this up. There we go. So yeah, it's not going to be perfect, but it's good enough, so it's fine. So there we go. That would what it would look like all fixed. So the very last bit is just to get your nail varnish, and for this I do like to just paste it all on the back of the foil. Not too much, but you do need coverage, so let's go this way. Trying to get the nail polish all over, flip the brush over. There we go. As you can see, where the pack folds is a little bit tricky. Need one more coat, I think. Just a little bit of nail on the corner. Obviously take care not to put your actual card where you're painting the nail polish on, because you don't want glue on, you know, nail polish on places it shouldn't be. This side's obviously a little tricky because of where it folds, but that's all right, we're getting there. We can always top it up. So that's that. This is quick dry nail polish, by the way, so you have to work a little bit quickly, but still within reason. The good thing is that once it's on, there is a bit of scope to move it as well. It won't set immediately either, which is good. Famous last words. Here we go. That's a bit better. There we are. There we are. There we are. Smooth it out from one direction. Try and make sure there's no bubbles. And go. So there is a little bit of tolerance for the timing, and you can see I'm just moving it about slightly because nail polish does take a little while to set completely, so you can kind of you know, move it by maybe 0.5 millimeter in one direction if you need to, before it completely binds. I'm fairly happy actually with how that's turned out. Just trying to smooth that fold down as much as possible. Yeah, there we go. Make sure there's no bubbles. And I would say that's pretty much it. So there you've gone from a very plain Crystal Beast token to a nice little, it's actually kind of holographic version of whatever token you want. So you can repeat this with any packs that you've got lying about. So I've just got some, you know, random packs here. You could make a really, really nice Ohime one, because you can, let me show you. You could just take the viewfinder again, which also acts as your template. And if you place that over whatever it is that you want, you can kind of see that would make a super nice token, the Ohime there. And I've actually made 3 of those already with this method, which looks super pretty. So if I show you what the final thing looks like in a sleeve, I don't know why, but I just like to use white sleeves for my tokens. I think it looks quite crisp. Yeah, sometimes it will do that, but I think for all intents and purposes, if you have it in a sleeve, I don't think anyone's really going to notice. There we go. So if you put it in that sleeve, that's the token done. So now you have a beautiful Crystal Beast, custom token, let's call it that. So I hope you enjoyed this slightly different video today, showcasing my more creative things. I do also do watercolor for Yu-Gi-Oh! And digital art, so I might post some of my process and finished work soon. So if you enjoyed this kind of content, please let me know, and I'll see if I can do more of this in the future.